Hi, today I'm going to introduce you the areas in London. As you can see this map here, this round circle is basically the inner London. In this area there is different zones from zone 1, zone 2, 3, 4 until like 8 or even 10. So here we see there is another inner circle here, and as we zoom in here, let me show you first. It's two financial centers of London. One is located here, where is the Canary Wharf. And as you can see, if you take the DLR line all the way from here to the City of London, where you find the second financial area. Actually, this one is the original one. The oldest financial center is the City of London. After years, they found they need another space for financial centers. So they start building up Canary Wharf, which is this area here. So you can see, you can easily get from one to the other with the DLR train. It ends at Bank Station here. So that's the two financial centers in London. And as we zoom in west, around here is like the downtown of London, where most tourists will go. The first one is St. James Square, St. James Park, with a lot of birds, swans, and ponds you can see. Next to it is the Green Park, and then there is the bigger one, which is Hyde Park. There are sometimes a lot of events going on throughout the year. For example, during the winter, around Christmas time, there is a winter wonderland where there is like a playground, so kids or even adults can go there because there are many stands which sells food as well. And then actually around this area in Belgravia, it's a center with a lot of embassies here. And as you can see here, the famous Harrods department store, it's right here. And say if you want to go shopping, this is definitely one of the places. And then you can go over here to Mayfair. There are some like boutique as well over Mayfair. If you keep going north up here, which is the Oxford Street, you will find a lot of department stores such as Selfridges, Debenhams, even the ones that's here. Different House of Fraser, it's another famous one. John Lewis and Patterns. However, if you're looking for more designer clothes or brands, you more probably will find it in Selfridges. They have a very iconic yellow bag, so if you walk around Oxford Street, you will commonly see people holding these yellow bags. And if you want something more like British things, Houses Fraser, John Lewis, they will have a lot of British products. If you want more like low price clothes, you can head to Primark, Zara, Forever 21, Next, Uniqlo, Top shops. These are like more cheaper clothes. And basically all along the access street you will find a lot of shop. You will find cosmetic shops such as Boots or Superdrug. These two are the biggest pharmaceutical cosmetic shop in the UK. As you can see, when you walk to Access Circus, this is a great start to get off if you want to go shopping, because if you go down here, there are also many designer shops along this street, which is called Regent Street. In Regent Street, you will find something such as Hamlet's, Apple Store, J. Crew's, and Anthropologies, Burberry down here, Super Dry, if you keep walking down the Regent Street from Oxford Street, you will come across Piccadilly Circus, where they will have a lot of big string around the circle. It looks a little bit like Times Square with all those screens. And then continue our journey here. From the Piccadilly Circus, if you like to see a theatre play, this street here, the Shaftesbury Avenue, has some of the most famous theatre in London. As you can see here, the Sondheim Theatre. Also up here, if you like Harry Potter, they have Harry Potter Theatre around the corner here, like Palace Theatre. And if you like, by the way, there is also one of this theatre that's very famous, the Soho Theatre. All over here is called Soho area, where there are lots of bar and restaurants. It's where a lot of people hang out at nights, especially during the weekend. It's very busy. However, if you want something more like, you know, international over the country, you will find a lot of restaurants from different countries here. If you want specifically Asian food, then you head across Shaftesbury Avenue to the Chinatown, which is over here in this area. There will be loads of different Chinese cuisines and even Japanese one. And over here in this square is also quite famous, called Leicester Square. All over this square you can sit around. There are long benches where people usually sit. And if you like street performance as well, here is a good place to see busking activities. And you will see a lot of tourists or Londoners walking around here. Here in the middle there is a big fountain. Sometimes they will have some of the water coming up from the ground, so some kids will play here. And this area, they have some store that's like newly furnished. Here in this place you will see a Swiss clock tower, which is quite famous as well. If you heading down, basically the road is going down. If you're heading down this road, you will come across the National Theatre here. Oh no, sorry, National Portrait Gallery. You will see a lot of painting with portraits, and it's also a very famous tourist destination. In front of the National Gallery, you will see the Trafalgar Square with two very big fountains, as you can see here, and a very high statue of the Trafalgar. It's also very visited spots for tourists. And if you want to walk around here, you can, for instance, walk around here, and then you can go over the mall here, and you can see the horse guard parades somewhere around here. It's basically, you can walk from here for Trafalgar Square, you walk across St. James Park, and then you will see the horse guard parade. Although it's not really happening all the time you're there, so best to check out before you go. And that's pretty much the first part, like the central part of London. Let me see. It's a very nice walking tour if you can, say for instance, walking up from Oxford Circus all the way down, because it's easier to walk, and then you walk over here until Trafalgar. You can go see the Horse Guard parade. After that, you can walk across to the river side. The River Thames flow across London City. So here you can see already from this side of the river, you can see the famous London Eye. And on this side of the river, you will see the Big Bens and the Houses of Parliament here. And you can walk across Westminster Bridge, and then you can walk down here on the east side of the bank, and just see if you want to go up to London Eyes. But just pay attention, if you really go there in summer, it's very long queue, so I suggest you to book either the ticket in advance, or they have a fast lane, which you pay a little bit more pounds, but you don't wait that long. And after this, you can walk around here. It's the South Bank. It's also quite nice place to walk around. And then here you can walk around here all along the river. Up here you can see the Shakespeare's Globe. If you want to see some theater, it's a really good spot as well. Beside the Shakespeare's globes, you can see the Tate Modern's Museum if you really like modern arts. It's free, and if you've never been there, I really recommend you to go there. Just across this here, you will see the Millennium Bridge, which is a pedestrian-only bridge. And from here, you can see the famous St. Paul's Cathedral. Even if you head up to Tate Modern to like 5th or upper floor, you can have a really good view of the bridge and also the cathedral. So it's really nice. Now, if you don't really like arts, you can also see the view. Okay, so from here, you can head to the Boroughs Market, which is over here. All these are not really so far away from each other. If you make stop in between, it's not very difficult to walk. So here in Boroughs Market, just pay attention. I think one time I was there on Sunday, but there was not real it was like no stands there. There are just some regular shop that was open. So just try to avoid going there on Sunday. Except from Sunday, you will see like a lot of stands selling like traditional food and like farmers market. You can have fresh seafood there as well. Like they just cook it for you as well. You can sit there and eat fresh seafood. And beside here, you can also see this cathedral. It's also very beautiful. You can walk around here. And in my mind, if you keep walking here along this London Bridge area, also there are a lot of financial buildings here. However, if you keep walking here, you can already see the Tower Bridge from this side of the river. It's a very nice view from over here, and you can like take a picture from here, and then you can keep walking across the bridge, and then you can also go to Tower London. However, I think it's not really free to go into Tower London, so just check before you go. And yeah, basically that's like the main point. And if you want to chill out and have a coffee or a meal, another good place to go to is the St. Catherine's Docks. Here you can see some boats that's sporting here, and then there are some restaurants such as Sisi. It's a chain Italian restaurant, and also you got something like Côte Brasserie. It's also a chain French restaurant in London. Slut and Lattice also is a chain restaurant. So you can sit here and enjoying the water view, and it's pretty quiet here. So you can just see people sitting around eating dinner or just have a wine or coffee. It's quite relaxing here. So I recommend if you want to take a rest, you can head over to this area. Also, I was one time in this Starbucks, and also there is also a bar here. I think, I'm not sure if it's also open in winter, but if you sit here in this outdoor bar, it's also a very good view to see Tower Bridge. And by the way, I just see this Butler's Wharf Pier. So there is a riverboat. If you want to take a ride along River Thames, you can head to like Greenwich area, and then they go all the way to like almost near the House of Parliament. So you can have a really nice view of London from the River Thames. And there are a few companies. One is from the Transport London, which is slightly cheaper, but the other one, like Times Clipper, I think you can have an open air deck on the second floor, so you will have a better view if you choose a Times Clipper. So that's basically like the main points of central London. I am just gonna the things that I was saying was the important thing if you want to visit. If you have some extra time, you might also want to head to Regent's Park, which is a very good park with a famous London Zoo. Here you can visit, and you can walk around this park, and then you can go up to Primus Hill, which you will find a nice view of the London from the north side. but this is just one of the place to see good views in London. If you want to know some area where you can have a really nice view of London, I will make a more detailed video in the future. However, now I will just pinpoint some of the spots you can have if you want to have a view of London. This is the one of it that I just mentioned, the Primus Hill. If you want to head a little bit further north, around Alexandra Palace, or even in Hampstead Heath, you can climb up to the top of the heath, and then you can have a really nice view of the city as well. However, in Alexander Palace, this is even higher, so you will have different perspective of the city from here. If you want to see London from the south side, you can head to the Royal Observatory, Greenwich. It's a very famous tourist destination as well, because the line of the zero, the meridian line, is passing here. So here is the zero line. This side is the east hemisphere of the Earth. Over here in the downtown London is the west side of the hemisphere. So that's why it's very famous. But the park itself is also very a nice park to visit. From here, you can also have another part of the view to the city. These places are free to go. There are also some of very tall building. You can have a very nice view of London. For instance, the one you have to pay is the Shard. Check on their website and book the ticket in advance before you go. And then the other one for free is the Sky Garden. However, this one you also have to book in advance, but it's free. The Sky Garden is somewhere here in the Darwin's Bazaar. Darwin's Bazaar is a restaurant on top of the Sky Garden building. From here on the other side, you can see the bullet building of the London. So that's about the view of London. And also over here, I forgot to tell you, just over here, it's a very famous, a little bit hipster district of Camden Town. Camden Town is very famous because it has its like special arts. People who go there a little bit like hippies. So here you will find some of special products that's a little bit more artistic, and also the market itself has a lot of food stands, and so you can eat different kinds of foods in this market. And it has also nice view because there is this like little canal that's flowing, Regent's Canal that's flowing beside the Camden markets. So that's pretty much the main points in London. If you want a little bit more like detail or other part of the city, say if you have some extra day, I will make another videos that's like even more detailed tour of the city. If you like my video of the London introduction, please subscribe to my video and make a thumbs up. And in the future, I will make some more special places in London. And say if you want to visit London one day, I may provide guided tours. So feel free to contact me if you visit London. And thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon again.